Now, I'm not a big fan of women's rights or the women's rights movement, but I'm for human rights, and um, bullying to me is the most pathetic, disgusting form of social behavior at school that there is. You know what I'm saying? Bullying, the only thing worse than that is if you try to rape somebody on campus or something. You know what I'm saying? Or try to kill somebody innocent on campus. You know, it's hard to find something that's worse than that, because what you're really doing is you're leaving memories of that person for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? Like me, I'll be honest. You know, I think everybody had their bullies at some point. I had my enemies, and I wouldn't really call them bullies because I always confronted them about it. I always, I always talked to them about it, or I threw down with them, whatever the case may be. So me, when I see these stories in the news about teenage girls who are attractive, being attractive doesn't matter, but that just makes it even worse. But anyway, these young people who commit suicide after being bullied, it shows me two things. One, the bullies are some cum sucking fucking bitches, and two, that these people are good people because they didn't go out and kill the bully. They took it out on themselves. That makes me want to go out and find the bully and put a bullet in them that much more. And of course, that's not the right thing to do. I'm just saying, how it makes me feel. But anyway, when I see it, it really breaks my heart that this is where life has come to. And I'll give some advice. Some free advice is, confront the bully. Say, I'd really appreciate it if you stop doing that. You're really bothering me all the time. That's the first step. Just try to work it out with them. Depending on the situation. If it's some serious stuff, of course, that's probably not going to work. But if it's something nothing, that might just work. Another tactic to try is to say, okay, if you're so tough, let's go one-on-one after school at the park. Now, you might get your ass whooped. That might be why you didn't do nothing about it in the first place, because you're scared of getting your ass whooped. But so what? The memory of getting your ass whooped is going to help you in life, versus that memory of being bullied and not doing nothing about it. It's kind of like that girl you wanted to ask to the prom or ask on a date, and you never tried, and you found out you never knew what would have happened. Now, I have memories of some pretty horrible rejections, but I can honestly say at least I tried. You know what I'm saying? But let's stick to the subject at hand. You know what I mean? Take that fade, take that fight, take that challenge, accept that ass whooping, accept that beating. You know what I'm saying? put some ice on it. I heard that if you put cold meat on it, that it helps the swelling. But then I heard someone else say that actually makes it worse. So I just put some ice on it. When they actually apply the meat to their face, but I heard that actually can make it infected or something too. So just keep with the ice. Now, turning to psychiatry to solve your problem with a bully is not exactly the answer. Okay, that's another way of committing suicide. Basically, you're taking it out on yourself. Another way of taking it out on yourself. You're like, I'm gonna go get treatment for a problem I don't have because of this. You know what I mean? So I suggest, facing that responsibility. Now, if you're one of the bullies and you've already done what you did, and there's no taking it back. Obviously, you caused somebody to kill themselves. May God have mercy on your fucking dark black soul. No, I'm just kidding. I'd say, try to repent, try to apologize, try to do the right thing. That's all you can do. If the family doesn't accept your apology, well, I don't fucking blame them. You're a prick. But, try to repent, try to do the right thing. Me, I have a lot of hate in my heart. I have a lot of hate for the bad people in the world. That's always made me one bitter, non-forgiving person. When I was young, I heard about the Nigerian Civil War, and it made me very bitter, But when I really started reading about it myself and reading about the details, I just became completely bitter. Because black people are supposed to govern societies better than white people. They're not supposed to do it worse. So when I saw my country, one of the few countries in Africa that actually has a worse government, a more corrupt government than the Western governments, I was just completely appalled. You know what I'm saying? So, appalled ain't even the word. I was enraged, frankly. And that rage never really left my heart. So, trying to forgive is something that I struggle with. And I think everybody struggles with on some level, but I struggle with a lot because I understand evil very well. You know, I've researched evil, I've seen it, I understand it very well, and you know, I understand how it can overcome somebody. You can be a regular person, and all of a sudden you get these evil temptations, and you start feeding into them, and they start growing more and more. It's like a little demon that you're feeding, and it's getting bigger and bigger. You know, and then in that way, and in that sense, evil can completely consume you. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't care about raping and stealing and killing. There's honestly people out there who are sociopaths who don't care about these kind of things. So I've had some of them as friends in my past, you know, and it was very disturbing. It was like I knew them for a long time, and in my heart I desired to be their friend, but at the same time I knew that they had no love for me, and that they were quite capable of causing me harm and probably intended to cause me harm. So, you know, I understand a lot of things very well, and that's why I made these videos, because I know there's a lot of people out there who have taken up a point of view on these issues that isn't correct, and you know, that's troubling. But you know, you can't convince everybody all the time. Just like the bad people can't fool everybody all the time, the good people can't convince everybody all the time either. Thank you.